Hey everybody, we are here for some inspiration on Inspiration Week, and I hope that you are doing great. I've seen some amazing wins inside of our Increase Your Intuition and Abundance Challenge, and I want to keep seeing them coming. I mean, it's it's so inspiring. Like, you're inspiring me. And I have some people we're going to talk to today that are also going to inspire you as well. So I'm really, really excited. I'd love for you to get comfortable, take a seat, get your favorite drink, and just sit back. And here's some inspiration for what's coming through today. So we have so many amazing students that are going to share their stories. And I've asked them if it's okay for them to answer your questions too. So if you have any questions as they're coming on about their story, I'd love for you to tell us in the comments so Chandra can give those to me and then I can ask my students. So I'm really excited. Thank you for showing up and being here and supporting them. I love it. Also, before we get officially started, tell me if you're here in the comments, and if you're not live, tell me that you're watching the replay. I think that it's really important that we show up and we're telling our spirit guides and we're showing each other that we're here and we're offering that support. Now, if you haven't heard, today I also dropped a brand new bonus. I think this is one of my students' favorite bonuses. It is the Magical Manifestation Bonus. And so let me tell you a little bit about what it is. And I'm going to talk about one of my students, Michelle, who used one of the mantras in here. Actually, she used the mantras. And I don't want to reveal it all to you, but let's just say she realized she had a block. And after she used the mantras and her manifestation, she shifted that block and had some amazing things happen. So inside of the Magical Manifestation Bonus, we have a standalone manifesting course that I have. And inside that course, you're going to learn what your role is with manifesting. I think it's really important to know, like, do we have to take action all the time? Are we sitting on our couch eating Cheetos? Like, what are we going to be doing? Also, I'm going to help you find out why you feel like something's manifesting and then it just doesn't work out. It's like, what's going on here? I thought this was going to happen and why didn't it happen? So we're also going to be talking about how involved you actually need to be with your manifesting, which is super important. And then how your thoughts and emotions affect the outcome. That's a big one. So we need to actually do some things to stay into that place so that we can manifest all the beautiful things coming through. I'll also be talking about how to manifest the right way. And then this time, so I want to say this year, but like actually we just did this month. We recorded a whole new video about 5 ways to manifest $1,000. So if you're like, I want to invest in Intuition Abundance Academy, but I'm like, how's this actually going to happen? If you enroll by midnight tomorrow, you will get this manifestation magical bonus, and you'll get the 5 ways to manifest $1,000. You're also going to learn the exact steps needed to manifest your magic, and you'll also get those mantras, or you can call them affirmations, that Michelle used. And I've thrown in a manifestation meditation, so you can listen to it over and over, and you've got lifetime access to this. So I'm so excited. It's one of the favorites. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and bring on my first student. And so Gladys, I'm going to bring you on. Hey, Gladys, thanks
Hello.
for being here.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, so Gladys, I love seeing all your wins. And I was going back through our Intuition Abundance Academy group, and I saw it was like, you were like, hey, I got $1,600 in my bank account. And you're like, I've got this win, I've got that win. And then I just found out today that you enrolled for September, and I'm so excited to see you again. So I would love it if you wouldn't mind telling everybody a little bit about who you are and why you decided to enroll again for September.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gladys Mitchell, and I am a nurse practitioner, a traveling nurse practitioner. And the reason I enrolled in it again, because when I first found Whitney, and I know it was my spirit guide that led me to her, I was in the unknown. I was searching. I was always on Facebook, internet, anything I could read. I was just searching for answers. And no one seems to understand me. My daughter did a little bit. But since I got in Intuition Abundance Academy, my life has turned a 360 degree. You wouldn't believe my whole transformation. The person I was before I was in there to the person I'm now is totally, completely different. Now I'm a person that I have more confident. I'm a person that I feel more loved. I'm a person that I don't have to compromise to make other people feel good. Now I can speak my voice. I can be me. I feel like now I'm living my own life. And I want to tell you, Whitney is the best. If you stick with her, just do the affirmation, just do the homework, just do what she says to do. And when you do your, I receive abundance, believe it. If you just believe in your spirit guides and just the whole process, just take it in. Sometimes you might have doubts, but you always have to rule those doubts out with positivity. And one thing she said when we first started, what resonated with me, do everything out of love. Everything should be done out of love. But if you believe, you're in this program now, in the class now, so evidently you trust in it. So trust in it and do your homework. Do your homework. That's very, very, very important. And I'm a person that I don't ask a lot of questions. Wendy knows that. But it seems like every time I attend a Q&A, a live, anything, those questions are always answered. So you're never left out, and your spirit guides are always there to help you. But you got to believe in the process.
Oh, Gladys, I got a little teary.
Oh.
I'm so glad to hear what transformation that you've had. And I am so glad that you are so dedicated and committed. And that's really what it takes. Sometimes people think it's a quick fix, and it's like, no, this is like life. Like this program is a daily, addition to your life that you can utilize. And the great thing is sometimes we get back like off track, and we can come back around as well. But I loved hearing that you said, hey, like, I don't have to worry about like pleasing people. Like, I'm going to speak my voice and this is it. And I'm doing it out of love, and that's okay. So I think that all empaths need to hear that message. Thank you for sharing that. So I want to ask, what made you decide to enroll again this time? I'm so happy you did, but like, that's so awesome. I love seeing that come into my inbox today.
I enrolled again because you can never get enough. I'm a person that I love to learn. I'm a sponge at times. I love whatever I can get in, I want to get in. And even though I'm enrolling again, there's different subjects this time. When I was looking at the itinerary, I'm saying, oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. I need that. Everything that she listed, that applies to me. And I want it. I have a hunger now. I want it because I've seen it happen. And one thing I want to say, last year at this time, for the wins, last year at this time, my bank account was paycheck to paycheck. I didn't work a lot, but now I have to pinch myself sometime to look at my bank account now. I'm saying, where did this come from? How did this happen? How did I get here? That's the reason I know it is for real. Now I don't have to live from paycheck to paycheck. I have enough money now, not to brag on myself, because I know it's just the guidance. I can spend $500 without worrying about it. It's going to come back to me, because if you believe and just do your manifestation, it'll come back to you. So the reason I joined this group this time, IAA again, because I need what it has. I need to feed my soul, because you never can get enough. You never can get enough. And Wendy just doesn't know it, but I think I'm going to be with her for a while, a long time.
Yay! I love it. I love you, Gladys. Your energy is such a wonderful addition to our group. I love that positivity. And, one of the things that you said too is, before you joined, you were like searching kind of, I was doing that too before I really understood everything. I was like, let me try this book. Let me try this CD. Let me watch this show. And the thing that one of the reasons why I built Intuition Abundance Academy was I want everybody to have everything they need right here inside of this. And so I love that you can go back to it. And I'm so glad that you're really utilizing it. And I'm so happy to hear, because like every time it's like I would look into the group, and it was like when I saw your post, it was almost like there was this little spirit like ching ching, like you added some more to your bank account, Gladys. I loved it. It was so many wins. It's so awesome. I love that. So I have a question for you, Gladys, too. So you're a traveling nurse. So how do you balance the spiritual stuff with your schedule?
I balance it. I really try to stay in touch with my spirit guides, and I let them lead me what is right, what is wrong. If my spirit guide tells me, well, stay in California, don't go to Texas this time, I stay. I really, really, with every walk of my
Mm.
life, I try to get in touch with my spirit guides and ask them, okay, lead me. I'll tell them sometime, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I need you to lead me. I need you to guide me. I need you to tell me what to do. And
Yeah.
so really, I base my life now on their opinion. I'm learning to listen to them more. I'm learning to take their direction. I'm learning to distinct ego from what the spirit guides are telling me. So I try, I'm not saying I get it right all the time, but I try to just listen to them, because they know what I need. And I want to let you know, your spirit guides never, ever lead you wrong. Because if it
Yes.
doesn't, if it comes out like you don't think it should, maybe it was ego. But, as you go through the class and as you listen to Whitney, you'll be able to discern ego versus your spirit guides. And I think that's one of the biggest things. That's the problem I was having before I joined the group. I couldn't discern which was which, because
Mm.
sometimes ego might come through. I'm thinking, oh, that's it. But then it doesn't turn out to be that way. So, you know, I am so blessed. I'm just so blessed. And I'm just so blessed that I found Whitney. And I'm telling you, you invested in a good thing, a good
I
class.
love it. Thank you so much. And I have one more question for you, Gladys. How did you decide, like the first time that you enrolled in Intuition Abundance Academy, like how did you decide that it was for you?
Well, when I was searching on Facebook, like you said, anything I could get my hand on, I would read. And I'm a reader. So I was reading and reading, and I would get in one group, but something just didn't resonate with me. I get in this group, something just didn't resonate with me. But when I came across Whitney group, I started reading it, and I said, "Oh, those are people that thinks like me." Oh, and the more I read, I said, "God, they're thinking like me." And I saw the parallel. The connection. And I don't know, it was just something within me just leap and say, you need to do this. Not knowing it was my spirit guides at that time, but it was so powerful that I said, I don't have that money, but I can do it once a month. I can pay the monthly payment. And that's what I did, because it was so strong. I felt the feeling, the vibration. It was just really, really strong. And I joined. And I don't regret it. I have, like I said, when that spirit connected with that, and the more I read, the more I knew this is where I need to be. These are the answers that I'm looking for. This is someone that can explain what I'm going through, what I'm feeling, why I'm so different, why people don't understand me.
But we do.
Yeah.
I
So
love
proud,
it.
so happy.
Oh, Gladys, thank you so much. I think that that's so, like, it's going to resonate with so many people, where it's just like, I don't know, like, I don't know if I should invest in this. And, just hearing you say you were from paycheck to paycheck, and now you're like, I have to pinch myself because like, this is my bank account. So I think that this program has paid for itself for you.
It did. It really did. And more.
Yeah. So I'm really excited because, some people think this is all just woo-woo stuff, and, they end up trying to really look at what's in front of them tangibly. And then when you really decide, what, I'm putting myself first, I've got to learn more about my own spirit, and this is what I feel called to. And you, Gladys, are now really, really living your life from an intuitive
Yes.
place, which is amazing. And that's where you align to all the beautiful things and the abundance, and you start attracting these opportunities. So I love this story. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
And Wendy, one thing I want to say before I leave, never
Yeah.
think you're too old to live your life. Your life can begin in your 50. I'm 61 right now, and it just seems like my life I just start living because I'm me now. I'm me. I'm putting myself first, where I have always put myself in the back on the back burner. So never think you're too old to enjoy life or to begin life, because once you come to realize that you have worth and you are free, life is so sweet.
Oh, that's so good. I've got chills just talking to you this whole time. It's so beautiful. I know that so many people needed to hear that message, and it's such a great reminder. I think that is so, so important. Absolutely. Like there's a never too late, and that's where it's like we're taught at younger times in our life one thing. And then no matter what age we are, it's like, no, wait a minute, we're here to live life joyously and in purpose. And I got to make sure I'm doing everything to do that. And if I don't feel like I'm doing that, something's off and I better fix it. So I love that. Oh, thank you so much, Gladys,
Oh,
for being
you're
here
so
today.
welcome.
I love you.
Love you too. Love you guys, and welcome aboard.
Thank you. Oh, Gladys is so inspiring, and I love that. And thank you so much for being here. We're going to bring on some other students here. But as a reminder, if you are like, yes, that really resonated with me, I would love for you to join us. And you can join us at messenger@spirit.com/start. We only have a couple more days for enrollment. So the doors to Intuition Abundance Academy close on September 24th. And then in 2021, the price is going up. So I'd love to see you enroll now. And then when you enroll today, you also get the manifesting bonus coming through as well. I'm going to bring Meredith on here in just a minute. Meredith, I'm giving her that so she knows, oh yeah, I'm getting ready to go on. And we're going to bring her through. So hold on here while I get her added to our live stream. Hey, Meredith, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes. How are you?
Okay. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you being here and sharing in the good vibes. I have a specific question for you that I myself was like, I wonder what her specific reason was. But so Meredith, you are a shamanic healer, right? And you're a Reiki practitioner. And so I would love to know why you decided to enroll, because some people out there are like, I already do readings or I already do healings. Why do I need this program? So would you mind sharing with us a little bit about why you decided to join?
Of course, yes. So I was actually just about to finish my medicine wheel training when I found you. And I actually asked my shaman teacher, I need something else after this is over. I know I do, because I need to keep the momentum going. And she had taken one of your courses before, and you're like, oh, and she said, oh, you would love Whitney. Makes really great recommendations. I was like, I'm going to check her out. And it was just so different than serving other people. And I almost wish I had learned it backwards. I wish I had learned how to receive messages from spirit for me and then to other people. But I kind of learned it, as the healer light worker first. But I just think it's invaluable to take those steps backwards and go, I really need to have my stuff all clear and all figured out, because then the better I can receive clear messages for others and the better I can help for others.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. I feel that way too. It's like, it's important, I believe, as healers, as empaths, as intuitives, no matter what it is that we're doing, even if we're already sensitive, that we learn how to clear our own energy or to be able to receive our messages. And one of the things that I see with empaths is that they are not sure if the message is for them or for somebody else. And so I love that. And inside of Intuition Abundance Academy, we have those protection techniques for empaths, and also how to really connect more with your guides and your spiritual side. And so the confusion starts dissipating, which is really important. But I'd love to ask you, Meredith, can you tell us a little bit about your journey and maybe what big ahas you've had in the program?
Oh, yeah. So like I said, I came to the program right when I was at the end of another one. And it's an interesting kind of bypass to be in because I felt really together in acquiring a skill, but I was super unhappy like with where I lived. I didn't feel good in my apartment. I was still in a long-term relationship that had begun before, like I guess you would say, my awakening. So I knew that wasn't working out, and my job wasn't working out either at the time. And I kind of was like, well, I have all these tools and I don't know what to do with them. But then this was like exactly what I needed. And the push to realize my biggest aha is that I'm my obstacle every time. Even if it looks like it's a person or a place, I attracted that at some point in my life. And that's kind of like, oh, okay, got to deal with that, got to accept that. But the really beautiful thing is I can just decide to change it. And I can just ask my spirit guides, we're making a big change and I need your help. And I tell you what, a lot of stuff has changed out of the apartment, out of the relationship, and on my way out the door of this day job. And I've opened up my own business after getting my certification. So it's just been incredible.
I'm so excited for you. I remember having that conversation with you too, like, hey, even though it looks like the shit has hit the fan, like it's a good thing that we're going into some new fun territory that our spirit guides have had. So I was sharing a story with everybody earlier that at some point in my life, it was like, oh, wait a minute, I'm quitting my full-time job. I am leaving my marriage. I don't have a car. I'm not sure I'm going to live. But all of a sudden, like within a month, everything changed. And it literally overnight, it was like my part-time business became my full-time business. And I went into just like finding my partner that I never thought that I ever wanted. I was completely fine to be by myself forever and a day. And so I love it. I love that you've started your own business. I'm so excited about that. I think that using your intuition is so instrumental with pivoting and to understanding what your next step is, which I'm really excited. So what are your next steps is what I've got to ask, just for fun.
My next steps is to be painfully authentic. I've been being challenged by my spirit guides to do that a lot. So even though I know I'm on the way out the door of this job, something wasn't quite right the other day with my manager. And I kind of was like, well, I can just let that go. And my spirit guide was like, you could just very easily just say what you need to say. And I was like, okay, well, and I'm a channeler. So I just wrote the email before I even thought about it and then sent it. And I felt so much better. So just little things like that can just make an okay day a great day and can make things just flow so much faster. Just releasing resistance, taking those one-on-one appointments and just embracing the transition, embracing the unknown.
I love that. And, so inside of the manifesting course that is right now, if everybody out there hasn't enrolled, if you enroll today, you'll get it. But one of the things I talk about is when you've got that embracing the unknown, you can feel really scared. And so we've got that same energy, that worried energy, and we can turn it from that scared feeling into excitement. And it's like, woo, like I'm so excited. I know that my spirit guides have my back and I don't know what's coming up, but it's not my job to know, like they've got it taken care of. So I love that. And I love your big aha about how you said, you know what, I am my own block. Like I'm getting in the way. And I loved looking at some of the wins that you've had too. I know that I actually used one of your examples in the manifesting course. It's the 5 ways to manifest $1,000. And I saw that inside the program, you're like, I have $1,000 in my bank account, but it didn't come in. I don't think the way they thought it was going to, right? Like it comes in so many different ways. And so like we are our own block thinking it will only come in from the business or it's only going to come in my paycheck. And so would you mind sharing a little bit about that story?
Of course. So there was this new benefit that was offered at my workplace, and the requirements were kind of ambiguous. And I was like, oh, I don't need that, or I probably wouldn't qualify for that. But then I started this program and I kind of got this inkling like, well, you could just ask for clarification, or like, you've clearly done the thing. Why don't you just ask? And I was like, well, I guess I just had this self-limiting belief like I have to work hard for every single penny, or just this deservingness. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just ask and see what happens. And then $1,000 later, I got it like within a couple days. And it was just so shocking. I was like, wow, okay. Thank you, universe. This is awesome.
I love that you removed yourself out of that equation, because it's like we're the block thinking it's not going to happen, and how easy the abundance flows to us if we just get out of our own way. And we don't have to like do things all the time, like be in action, be in action.
Yes.
I have to work like all these hours. We can actually receive, and it comes in through so many different ways. So I love that, Meredith. And is there anything else that you want to share before you go?
I would say I just can't stress enough how invaluable this information is. I have a couple master's degrees. I just love being a student, and I love teaching too. And I know a good teacher when I see one, you guys. And, you know, there are a lot of programs out there that kind of sounds something similar, but it's just not, because there's not a Whitney in there. And the lives that you get with her are unbelievable. I mean, you'll go like this whole week with this question that's just weighing on your heart, and you're kind of confused. And obviously, I'm a person who likes to try to figure things out on my own, but just asking Whitney for 30 seconds, and it's like, oh my gosh, thank you. So I would just, if you're really looking for guidance and community and some organized, straightforward words to put into all of the spirit to just ground it, you're in the right place.
Oh, thank you, Meredith. I do have a question for you. How did you make your decision to enroll? Maybe this will help some people out there that are on the fence.
So I kind of knew, because I was already asking, I would really love another program. I would really love to know what's next. And then this just kind of like, poof, like it just popped into my lap, like from another teacher. And of course I was like, oh, well, should I just sign up for it? I don't know. And then I kind of just had to talk to myself like, why are you asking yourself when you already know? And I would also say, I think this program attracts a certain kind of person who's really ready to do this work. And if you're sitting here talking to yourself like, this would really be great, then you were probably just like I am. And you should probably just take the leap of faith, because you're in great hands with Whitney.
Oh, thank you, Meredith. I love it. And I think that a lot of people are like, I don't know, should I do this? Sometimes it's a worthiness issue. Sometimes it's, am I going to get money back from this program? And, it's like, every student I've talked to that actually does the work, they get way more than the $1,000 investment. So yeah, I think that's so helpful for others out there in the program. So thank you so much for chatting with me today. And I can't wait to hear your ahas and your wins as you're shifting your life. I know it's the right path for you. So excited.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So that was really awesome to talk to Meredith. So Meredith was already in this healer role, and she's like, I really need to get messages for myself. And so I have people who come into the program who are mediums, who give readings, who give healing sessions, and they never were able to get a firm foundation, or they're confused. And a lot of times I hear it's easier to get a message for somebody else than it is for myself. And so this program is all about working on the self. Now, I do have a fun little surprise in the program where you learn how to give some readings, but that's not our main focus. Our main focus is about really connecting to your spirit guides for yourself. And as Michelle Sasinko said, who I'm getting ready to bring on, she said, I needed to heal my spirit. I don't think I knew it, but that was really what I needed for myself. So we're going to bring Michelle Sasinko on here, and I'm so excited for you to meet her. She's been in some of my emails, by the way. I've been telling stories about her. So they're all good, Michelle, I promise. But if you're really on the fence, I'd love for you to ask questions if I can help you or one of the students can help you. But I'd love to see you inside the program today. So you get the manifesting bonus where you get a manifesting course, manifesting meditation, the mantras, and you're also going to be learning about 5 ways to manifest that $1,000. So you're not sitting there worried about your $1,000 investment. So I'm excited to bring on Michelle here. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. I've been talking about you. It's just, I love so basically you got some manifesting mantras from me. And what you told me was you're like, I don't resonate with any of them. So would you mind sharing that story about how it went from you not resonating with it to look at me, I've landed my dream job and my $1,300?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, I was doing my work like I'm supposed to, and I'm looking at the mantras and I'm like, geez, I'm reading them one by one. They're not really resonating with me. And I said, well, let me read these again. And I got about 3/4 of the way down and went, oh my gosh, I never realized it. I have a money block. I mean, I'm comfortable in what I'm doing. So it didn't resonate with me, and then it just bam, like Spirit said, hey, back up, back up. So, and ever since then, it's just, once the block was removed, I have things you haven't even heard about happen. I mean, simple things like I walked into the phone store with my daughter. I got handed a new tablet for no reason.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. I one day opened up the mail. I almost threw it away because it kind of looked like junk mail from the mortgage company. Oh my gosh, there was over $1,000 check in there. Um, they overcharged me. And then with work, I got well, let's just say I opened up my account and there was $6,600 there.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. And I know it's just like constant. It's just like almost takes your breath away. And I also landed I with my job. I got a significant promotion and I got a huge pay raise this month.
Oh my God.
So I am so grateful. There are no words.
I love this. So one of the things that I know before you decided to join Intuition Abundance Academy, you said, I used to manifest things really easily and then you just kind of got stuck, right?
Yeah, it's like your light just got real dim and it was like, whoa, what happened? When did that happen? How do I get it back? And I was just pilfering through, Facebook, trying to like take my mind off what was going on at work. And then your website popped up and I was like, oh, I always kind of look and then I just keep going. And then I came back to it. And then I went out and then I came back and I went, what is this? So it's like, get back there, girl. And so I took the quiz and like, yeah. Oh, okay. And then it was like, I was compelled. I mean, like, if somebody could have just pushed me off a mountain, I was so compelled to do this. And then I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I can't afford this. And then I thought, you know what? I have to follow my intuition. I have to follow whatever this is. I've learned to, or forced myself over the years to learn to listen, look and listen. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to jump in. And it was the best thing I ever did.
I'm just loving hearing the story. So I remember you got like $1,300 and I remember you got this promotion and then now you're like, oh, and look at this. I got this free thing and now I had $6,600 in my account. Like, this is like this is just awesome.
It is awesome, but there were so many little wins. It's just been so abundant that I couldn't even, journal fast enough and so I'm just taking it all in such just huge gratitude. So grateful for everything.
Well, I think that
especially you.
well, I think let's give the credit to you and your spirit guides as well. Like without you doing the work, right? Like you wouldn't have had this. You had to do the work. But I think we can all say, Michelle, that you're not stuck anymore.
No,
I
no,
think you're
no.
doing fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
And aside from the manifestation that you've had, which is awesome, and I think that you've gotten way over your investment for Intuition Abundance Academy. But what I'll say is, I also know that you did the Spirit Circle that I teach in Module 5, and you were talking about seeing all these lights. So, can you tell us a little bit more about that experience too?
Yeah, sure. I mean, everyone's experience is going to be different. It wasn't exactly the way you said it was going to be,
Yep.
but it was my experience. And it was strange because I didn't get anything, but I kept persisting, and I know that it was ego. It kind of got into the way because I was expecting. You can't get in here and expect anything. You just got to give it up and let go. And so about the second time I did, I was in awe. I had white billowy lights. I had green and red, and it was just like I was caught up in some kind of, I don't know, animation type thing. It was beautiful. I just couldn't get enough of it.
I
I could
love
have stayed in that moment forever.
Michelle, what's your primary type, or what are your intuitive languages, like the primary? Did you see before that, or were you more of the empath?
Probably more empath,
Yeah.
but as time goes on, I
Yeah.
add, I have learned that that's what I've done. The channeling comes in, and I hear. And the interesting thing about that is I am hearing impaired, and it's like I hear what I'm
Oh,
being told. Yeah. And
ah,
and so I used to think that, my hearing was taken away so to keep me out of trouble. You know, so, to keep me out of trouble. And now in this stage of my journey, I feel like it was a taken away so that I would focus and hear what I need to hear. I
oh.
think it was a gift to lose my hearing, honestly. Hmm.
And I love that you're still able to hear like from spirit. And so people out there that think that they might have a block, knowing that no, things are still possible. Like you still hear on the spiritual side of life. And I love that. That's beautiful. And I also love that as you keep doing these exercises, especially with a spirit circle, you increase your intuitive languages. And so, what you might be right now is probably not what you're going to experience 2 months from now. And so, we have to be open and flexible to change. But I know some people out there are like, I can't see, I'll never see. Or maybe they're like, I don't know if I'm intuitive. And so, knowing that the more you show your interest, the more you do the work, you do develop different sensitivities. We're all unique and different. There's never one better than the other, but I love that you've been able to experience kind of like all of those. So that's really awesome.
It is awesome. I'm blessed.
Michelle, thank you. This is so inspiring. I really appreciate you showing up here today. And is there any other thing that you want to share? Or maybe if somebody's on the fence, is there something like, how did you make your decision? You felt compelled, but is there anything else that maybe you could give some words of wisdom for?
Well, I felt compelled, and then, sometimes life can pick you up and just swirl you away from what you really truly intended to do that week or that moment, or is it doesn't, you don't have to sit there with a grid and say a checklist, say, oh, I've done all these things and nothing's we have a tendency to be OCD, and like, okay, we're going to do this, but it doesn't always work out that way, and you have to accept how things are working out and accept them lovingly, like, oh, okay, you're okay, don't beat yourself up, you'll get to it. And the most important thing is have mercy on yourself. Just have mercy on yourself and love yourself. And as far as the joining the academy, um I've always been a firm believer that you have to invest in yourself to get something out of yourself. You get what you have to, like in sales, for example, you have to spend money to make money, right? So why wouldn't you spend that money on yourself to feed your soul, to make yourself feel better?
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things we can ever do is invest in ourselves. And when we invest in ourselves, we put ourselves first, when we have that self-care, then the amazing things happen. And for some reason, healers, empaths, intuitives usually put themselves last. And they're like, when I get time, I'll do it. And it's like, no, like I'm putting myself as a priority. And I know you, Michelle, as an ICU nurse, like you were doing 12-hour shifts 3 days a week. And you had made a calendar, like, look at this calendar. I am making myself do this. Even if it felt hard, it's like you put yourself first and you are reaping the rewards, my friend, because you did that. So
I love it. I love it. Well, I don't always, I don't, even if only I just said my affirmations that day, that's okay. I have this deal with my spirits. It's like, okay, I work night shift, that I have to sleep, and that my schedule isn't always perfect.
Right.
And so, if you don't mind, can we talk today? Or can we talk in this moment? Even if it means I have to go to the supply room at work. And, it's like, okay, can we have 5 minutes here? And, and the other thing also is the aura bubble is amazing. And it's really important if you're an empath to put that bubble around you, because I'm telling you, your energy vampires will just suck the life out of you. and that is the one another takeaway of many that I got from you. And I'm so super grateful because, I have those empathic tendencies. I'm a nurse, and it's helped tremendously. And I could keep the focus where it needs to be.
Oh, that's such a great one. Thank you, Michelle, for saying that. I appreciate you for being here. And I can't wait to see even more wins. Like, you got so many. I know that more are coming your way as well. You're attracting them right now.
Thank you. Well, I'll be there. I'm signing up. I just worked over the weekend and just got rested. So I'm going to sign up. I'll be with you forever, I'm sure.
Yay. Well, I welcome it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you'll be on the journey in September again as well. So thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you for all you do. I was going to say the same thing. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you so much. Absolutely.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Michelle's so inspiring. I love it. I love this week. It's Inspiration Week. I love hearing about all the wins from my students. And we're getting ready to bring on 2 other students. They're surprise guests. So we're going to talk to them here in just a minute. But before we do, I did have some questions. So somebody in the chat said, what's a spirit circle? So a spirit circle is something I teach inside of the program, and it's in module 5, part 1. And when you get into the spirit circle, it's something that I encourage you to do once a week so that you increase your sensitivity. Inside of Intuition Abundance Academy, you learn about the spirit guides and what they do. And so you actually have a spirit guide that's a chemist, and you will participate in what I call Spirit Circle to help adjust the chemistry so you can become more sensitive. And if you're still really interested in like what all the lessons look like, tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, I'm going to take you behind the scenes inside the program, and I'm going to answer all of your questions. So make sure to show up at 11 a.m. Pacific time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll take you behind the program. I'll show you the manifesting bonus. I'll show you the Intuition Abundance Academy, and you can look at the lessons. And if you have any questions, I'll make sure you get those answered. So somebody was talking about the aura bubble, and Michelle was addressing it. So in the program, I teach you a couple different techniques so that if you're empathic, you are not drained by everybody else in your energy field. And so I want you to do the aura bubble at least, like I say, do it breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so that you start making it a habit and it becomes a natural rhythm and flow. So I love this. Wendy says, so much inspiration. I know, right? Like, I'm so inspired. So I'm going to bring on Chandra. Chandra has been with me from the very, very beginning. And she, the funny thing is, she's always worked for somebody else, like at her job. And I recently just hired her as our group community manager. So the way it works out is now she's a business owner and she's like a contractor that I have. So I'm like, see, look what happened. Now you're a business owner. But she's also a Reiki practitioner. And she just messaged me a couple days ago and she said, Whitney, if you like need a testimonial to tell everybody that this shit really works like it does, because Chandra has an amazing story that just literally happened and she finalized everything today. I cannot wait for you to find out about her story. So Chandra, hey Chandra, bringing you on. And so Chandra is our group community manager. So when you enroll in Intuition Abundance Academy, you'll meet Chandra, but she's also an Intuition Abundance Academy mentor. She was a mentor last time. She's going to be our mentor this time as well, as with other mentors this time too. So Chandra, would you tell us a little bit about your awesome story that you shared with me?
Well, first of all, if you hear a beeping, the spirit has all of a sudden decided to activate my four-year activation motion sensor, so it keeps beeping and I can't get it to turn off. So it's just a little, to Michelle and Gladys and Meredith from Spirit. But my journey started about 2.5 years ago. I took a 3-day manifesting bonus, course. And the thing that I started thinking I wanted to manifest was to get my my family into a situation where they were better taken care of. They all had health issues. I'm an only child. It was very difficult for me. So I started working on that in the manifesting course, and that transitioned into what was then the 4 Intuitive Languages, which is now Intuition Abundance Academy. Kept working on getting close to my spirit guides, meeting them, learning to communicate with them. And the message that I kept getting was, be still, you're fine. Be patient. It's all coming together in perfect time. We're here, you're supported. Just be. Okay, I'll just be. Go through time. I finished Intuition Abundance Academy, went into the aligned group, which is after that, became a mentor. I've stayed involved and engrossed in this group, and in this community, in this tribe for nearly 2 years now. And it's like, once I really embraced just let the how go, just sit back and let us figure it out. It's like somebody went to the first domino and it just started this whole progression. And in the last 6 months, everything has resolved itself. My mother is in a fantastic facility, and we got all that taken care of in like 3 days when it should have taken about 1.5 months, because Spirit just put the right people in the right place at the right time to make it happen for us. This past week, I put her condo on the market. My realtor told us that we should list it for about $30,000 more than we thought we were going to get. And so we did. By the end of the second day, we had 7 offers pending, all of them above asking price. We just went into contract last night with an offer that is $10,000 over asking price, which was $30,000 over what we thought we were going to get.
Oh
and we
God.
close in 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you.
So I mean, the thing I want to say is, so for people who think this is not working, my intuition is not coming together. I'm not getting the message that I should. I'm not growing my relationship with my spirit guides. People, for 6 months, Chandra got sit still, shut up, just be, you're fine. And I'm a channeler, I'm a doer, I got to make it happen. And, once I finally, embraced that and just let spirit take control. I mean, I gotta get emotional. I've never felt as supported in my whole life.
Oh, I love
It's been
that.
amazing. Not only from you as a mentor and a teacher, but the things that you teach, when you embrace them, they come true. You get to the point where you can live it and not just learn it.
Oh, I love this, Chandra. I know you've been on this journey, and when you started Intuition Abundance Academy, or inside of Intuition Abundance Academy, we have 4 intuitive languages. And at the time you were going through that, and I remember you were like, I'm not getting anything, Whitney. Like, I'm not getting anything for like 3 months, because you are a channeler. And so inside the program, we talk about, you've got seeing, hearing, feeling, knowing. And so you had to learn how to get your messages. And Chandra, it's so beautiful to see how everything is opened up for you. Because after those 3 months, I know you started to say, oh, I get the messages now. Look at all this awesome stuff. Like, I'm cheering with you over here and sending so much love. And let's just recap for a minute. So you put the house on the market for $10,000 over, or $30,000 over, right? What you thought you were going to get. And then somebody offered you $10,000 over that. Like, and you kind of had a bidding war, apparently, because you had like 7 people. So
we had 7 offers on the table at once, and we put the thing on the market Friday afternoon. So Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we had 7 offers come in, and yeah.
I remember you had like a cash offer too. Like, this is just so awesome. I'm so excited for you. I'm so glad you're on our team, by the way, too.
Yeah, so am I.
Are you sure? Like, I know we give you a lot.
No, I'm totally sure. This is, I feel like this is part of my life purpose, is to, not that the program is hard, but like Michelle was talking about, you're your own block. And I had a very hard time getting out of my own way to not learn what you're teaching, but to integrate it into my way of life.
Yeah.
And I feel like now that I've kind of started on that particular journey of being able to use some of the tools that you teach, I feel like it's my responsibility to help other people, find that same path. Because I know there are going to be people in Intuition Abundance Academy this time that are also, it's not going to come easy to everybody. And it shouldn't come easy to everybody. Some of us, it's part of our journey to learn, is to work hard and figure it out and do the work that we need to do to open ourselves to it. So I want to be there to support those people.
Oh, I love it. I'm so happy for you. This is also an amazing and awesome journey. And I appreciate you sharing this with everybody. And you're going to be a great mentor. You are a great mentor. And thank you for continuing to be. So it's just awesome. I have one more question.
Lady is the real deal. She's the real deal.
Oh, I love you. I do have one question. So if anybody's out there, so somebody had just said my block is needing to be in control. So I love hearing to let things be in trust. Is there any kind of advice you'd give somebody out there who's like, I don't know if I should do this. Like, I feel like maybe this is not for me. Maybe I'm not intuitive. Maybe I shouldn't spend the money. Like, how would you, because I know that you've combined your logic and you are a channeler. So you never really felt super like, oh, look at all this stuff. I'm seeing all these, wispies or whatever. Right. What could you tell somebody out there that right now is thinking about it?
What I would tell them is if you have any interest in your own intuition and learning more about it and learning anything that kind of calls to your inner being, then this is where you're supposed to be. And for me, that's really what I'd always just kind of had an interest in it. I was kind of curious, like, did I have that in me? When I was younger, some things would happen and I would just have a thought and I'd be like, where did that come from? And then all of a sudden that thought would come true and it would happen. And I'm like, oh, that was so cool. And, and going through the manifesting course, it was kind of like some of those ideas kind of popped back up. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, maybe I should, maybe this is my opportunity to actually learn more about what that was, never really thinking it was going to become a way of life. It was just an interest. So I think if you have any kind of curiosity or interest or anything of that nature, then you've found this for a reason, and you should investigate it while the opportunity is on the table, because it may not be there when you think you're ready for it. It's here now. You're in the place you're supposed to be. You should go for it.
Oh, thank you, Chandra. This is so inspiring. Like, I know that there's so many other benefits, but I am just saying, like, I love that you're like, I just manifested $40,000 and that you've had such a life journey too. So I like that too. Like, for everybody to understand that it's a way of life. Like, this is just not a one and done type of thing. It's a way of life that you integrate. And the more you integrate it into your being, into your business, into your personal life, the more opportunities open and flow. And then the people around you like have their jaws open, like, how did this happen? And you're like, because I'm connected to my intuition and my spirit guides. And that's one of the things that I've talked about is people sometimes are afraid to talk to their spouse about it, or maybe they don't have a supportive friend group that understands. The more that you live your truth and that you integrate it into your life, people start to see the after effect. They're like, what? Like, how did that happen? That just doesn't happen to anybody. No, this happens all the time. It's something that's part of our lives.
And I mean, I wish I had time to tell all the little stories, along the way, because it's even been shocking to me, and I'm living it. Just seeing number patterns at just the right time, and then something will happen and I'll kind of do a little research on what that number means, and it's like, well, yeah. So in hindsight, you're going, well, that's spirit, just going tink 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 on the window. We're right here. We've got you. You're okay. And I posted one about the time I got the medical bill that I wasn't expecting, and we had the money to pay it, but it just was like we weren't expecting that month. And then I go to my email not 8 hours later, and I've got a refund from something that was an overpayment that I didn't expect, and it was $8 more than the bill that I received. I mean, it wasn't a huge amount of money, but it was like that bill just went away, and now I've got $8 I can go buy a scratch off and maybe win some more money. But I mean, it's that supported feeling of you have a need, you go to spirit, and one way or another that need's going to be taken care of.
Oh, I love it. Oh, thank you, Chandra, for showing up today. And I know that you'll be around. So if you enroll in Intuition Abundance Academy, you're going to meet Chandra inside the group, and you'll see Gladys in there, and you're going to see Michelle S. in there. She's going to be enrolling as well. But I appreciate you, Chandra. And if you have any questions in the group, you can put them in the comments for Chandra. She'll get them over to me. We'll make sure that we get those answered for you. Thank you, Chandra, for being here.
Pleasure.
All right, that's super inspiring. I've got one more guest I'm going to bring up here who is an Intuition Abundance Academy mentor. But before I do, I just want to let everybody know that there's so much support and inspiration going on in the comments right now, and I love it. So if you have any other questions about the manifesting bonus, the program, all these amazing wins, I think that's really, really important. We talk about monetary wins because that's like what our brain is trained to look at. So we hear about Meredith doing $1,000. Michelle has had all these amazing wins that it's hard for me to even total up. She's like, I just had $6,600 in the bank. I've done this. More keep coming. I even know Gladys kept posting, I had $1,600 in the bank. I've had this. I've had this. And Chandra with her $40,000 manifestation that just literally happened. But I also know that those are great. They're quick. But what is really important is the abundance that we feel on ongoing life, the support that we have from our guides, knowing that we're not alone, knowing that somebody has our back, right? So it's like, I'm not going through this journey by myself. I know I have my spirit guides and they're going to help me, and they help me every day, and so much gratitude for them. They do so much that we don't even understand because it's like it's all in the background. And so it's this beautiful appreciation. And this is a lifelong skill set. And if for any reason you feel like you're off the path, you just come back, you've got lifetime access to the program and you can take it. But I do hope to see you in there today so you can get that manifesting bonus. We've got so much goodness in there and inside the main program. So I'm really excited. I'm going to bring on Michelle Lee. Michelle Lee is one of our Intuition Abundance Academy mentors. So when you enroll, you'll meet her inside of the group. And so let me grab her here. Hey, Michelle, thanks for joining us.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
There you go. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for having me. But before I go into anything, just huge shout out. I mean, just for those that are here that are going to be watching the replay, to the other guests and the students, it's just talking about those monetary wins and abundances is really exciting. So just it's important that we recognize those wins. And I'm sitting over here with goosebumps after all of them. I was getting teary-eyed on Chandra. I was thinking, oh, don't call on me. I got to fix this.
I know. I was like, I had already cried a little bit with Gladys. And then with Chandra, I was like, nope. I'm putting up my aura bubble. I love you, Chandra. I got to hold it together for the interview. But what's great is inside the group, though, like we do get authentic. Like this is the time to go deep. It's okay to cry. It's okay to do these things. And that's what I really love about our students. Like we make lasting connections inside of the group and the community. And, you know, some people don't get you before you join Intuition Abundance Academy. And then after you join, it's like, oh, I got these people that get me. And it's not just Facebook friends. Like you can make real friends inside of our group. So I would love for you, Michelle, to tell us a little bit about your journey and why you decided to enroll. And I know you've been with me for a little while too, but maybe you can just kind of share your story with everybody and see, you know, talk about a little bit more about behind the scenes with you.
For sure. So a little bit about me. I'm a director in an IT healthcare company. So I have a degree in psychology. So a little bit of that combination tells you I often am a little analytical and a little logical and a little in my head, a little too much. Okay, a lot. So when we talk about some of those wins, part of my journey, there's been monetary, which is awesome. But it's been that personal transformation of trusting myself, recognizing that I am knowing, and it's not me, it's my spirit guides. So I joined Intuition I was for intuitive languages actually in April of 2019 after having the opportunity to come to Sedona. And I had been wanting to go to Sedona for many, many years, and I had a pull. And when you have a pull for something, there's a reason. You're being pulled there for a reason. And I was pulled there with a friend, got to meet yourself for a reading, and then came home and things just started clicking. I saw an ad for Reiki at the senior center called, hey, do you have to be a senior? Can I come? Molded into that, took the intuitive, for intuitive languages, and then life hit again. And I thought, oh no, I thought I was on a roll. I thought I was okay. And for me, life hit in the form of grief, of the loss of another family member. And that's what's great about the program is I had to put it on the shelf for a minute, but when I needed it again, or I needed that help, I was able to come back to it, or just the community and going to the community and seeing and what's going on and what everyone's working on and so forth was very, very helpful. So I took that, that ended, and I had all my courses. And I joined the Aligned. I needed some more. I was really excited about it, joined the Aligned, and things had just started catapulting and snowballing and snowballing. And when I say that, that's the wins. That's the good stuff. I get out of my head. So usually some things would come up and I'd get really anxious or think about all these what if scenarios, and some of them happen. I'm just like, okay, fine. Spirit's going to help me with it. We're going to figure it out. It's going to be okay. I can't fix it. I can't do anything about it. Just believe it's going to be okay. So that's been really, very helpful. And then I had another pull to join the Intuition Abundance Academy. And I thought, and someone actually asked me, so, well, you took it. Why are you taking it again? I said, because this is what I need. Like Gladys said, this is what I needed. This was good for me. And taking it a second time, the different community, the people, the courses, and scheduling that time, because when you work a lot, you have to schedule for yourself and schedule that time and take and invest in you. So not is it always monetary investments we have to do, it's time and personal investments.
Yeah.
So that also helped me carve that out. And now being able to be here as a mentor and part of this journey, that's so rewarding for me. And I'm going to learn more too as I go along.
Yeah, I love that. I always say, like, I'm a teacher, but I learn from my students every day. Like, you know, we never get to a place of all knowing or all learning. We're always learning every day. And so it's so fun to be able to connect with everybody and just like learn and grow and shift. And so, Michelle, one of your wins that I know you've been with for a while is opening your own business, right?
Yeah.
But would you mind sharing with us, like, before you enrolled in Intuition Abundance Academy, I don't know the answer to this, but did you want to start your own business, or was it not even like in your sphere?
You know, I think in a way, we all want to have our own independence and our own business, but I always felt that was for someone else. Would never have thought before this program, had zero concept or idea that it was something, hey, I could do that too.
Yeah.
Never thought I could. And this journey has helped transform to trust and believe that I could. So a lot of times in business or in just places that people say, well, it's all about who you know or luck. No, it's not. It's all about knowing your spirit guides, knowing yourself, trusting, taking that on and doing. And I've really learned that. And by following that path, I've signed up for my LLC. I'm muddling my way through a website. I'm, you know, like all these different things. I never thought, because I also was raised growing up, you work for the man, you work for the corporate. That's the stability. But now through this program, I'm realizing, why can't I create my own stability? And I can do this. And that's been huge for me, and just believing and knowing that I am worthy of that. And I can do that too. Would never have thought, because again, I tell you so many stories. Back to kid, you go to work, you do this, you punch that clock, you know, or then you get to this, and there's always those corporate golden handcuffs, and it doesn't have to be like that. There can be so much more, and that's what I've learned. And now I'm gonna get emotional, but that's what I've learned, is that there can be so much more, and we don't have to do what we feel or think is prescripted for us, because that's all we know.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
I love that. It's like this course, what I love is that it helps you discover your purpose and your confidence. Like you don't even think that this course might like be connected to that. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute, it is. Because usually people that come into the course second guess themselves on some level, whether it's life purpose, whether it's abundance, whether it is their messages. And then they come in, and yes, I help you connect to your intuition, your spirit guides, which is what I truly believe the key is to getting to your life purpose. But then your life purpose looks different for everybody. And, you know, we talk about that with the 7 different archetypes. We have that training. And not everybody might want to start their own business. But what's great is you start to open it up and say, wait a minute. What I've been taught is not exactly how it is. I can, like Gladys said, you're never too late to live your life. Like, you can live your purpose whenever, and you can start your own business whenever. And a lot of times, like when I was young, I remember thinking, I want to run my own business, but I wasn't really taught that that was an easy thing. And it's like, when you have your spirit guides and you understand your intuition, it's like, oh, wait a minute, I can do that too. And it's like so beautiful when things open up, and understanding that there's opportunities and possibilities, and that it doesn't happen to a lucky few. It happens to us all when we utilize it. And we're all intuitive. We just need to learn how to tap into it. And there's not one way, there's multiple ways. So I love that you've had that realization as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Michelle.
The abundance is everywhere, and we're all capable of it. And there's just so many things that I didn't know that I wanted, that I've learned through this program, that might have been a fleeting thought, and it really can be. And with manifesting, I've learned that the hard way in the past of manifesting. So in a way, we're all always manifesting. Why not manifest the good stuff? Why not manifest and believe in all that good stuff versus sometimes those fear mongrels that can really come in and just take hold. And it's like, no, there's no space for you. There's only space for the abundance because there's enough for all of us. And there's only space for spirit and joy and this community.
Yeah, I think that like we're passed down to like only pay attention to the negative, like what we can't do. Can't do this, you can't do that. And it comes from a place of usually love and protection from our parents, but then it can come in a place of like suppression in a way where it's like from society, like you can't do this, you can't do that. And so understanding that we're spirit and that we can co-create anything that's in alignment with love and that is alignment with ourself and it's not from the ego, then we start to see, wait a minute, I need to pay attention to all that's positive. Yes. Wait a minute, the more I pay attention to what's positive, I attract more positive into my life. And it's this recalibration of shifting our thoughts and shifting our energy, which is just, I think, needed. It really is needed because I think this year has been so instrumental in many people's lives. And if you don't love your life, let's change that. Like when you get into Intuition Abundance Academy, we dig through those things and you remove the blocks so that you can love yourself, love your life, heal your spirit, but also have more confidence in living your purpose. I think that's so true, so beautiful. Well, thank you, Michelle. And I would say, is there anything that you feel like you want to share with everybody, or maybe like where you were thinking about enrolling? I'm just going to kind of leave it up to you. You're a mentor here.
When I was thinking about enrolling, I thought to myself, am I going to have time? What is the commitment? What do I need to do? And so forth. And can I do this? And is the time going to match? And that's the beauty of it, is the way you set the program up is we can make the time for ourselves. Like I said, if I missed a lot of time because next thing I know, the whole weeks would go by and we'd be on another one. And I felt so far behind, but I really recognized I was never far behind. I was always on my own personal timeline and journey. And that's what us is all about. You give us the tools to do that and we take the journey forward. So if you're thinking about it and you're not sure about it, whether it's monetary, whether it's time, whatever that block or barrier could be, sit with it. Don't sit with it too long, because that manifesting course is pretty fantastic and will be very helpful. So I'm learning now to just go for it. Where I've been paralyzed in fear before, I am now trusting to go for it, that I'm guided and that all will be right. And otherwise, life's too short. I've learned that the hard way. It's too short to sit around and not seize the day. So if you're here for a reason. And I look forward to seeing and learning everyone's journey and being part of it. So I hope to see them here.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think we've got a powerful community and that's where we grow. There's some people that are like me, where it's like how I used to be, or it's like I'm introverted. I don't know if I want to like comment on these things. And so we're there if you want to. But what I will say is I think that as we move into growing as a community of people that really get each other, oh my gosh, like all the manifesting just catapults in a great way. Like it explodes because we've got the power of all of us and we're believing in each other and we understand and we're supported. And I will say too, so with this program, like you said, Michelle, you've got lifetime access to it. You don't feel like you're behind if you miss something. If you could get one thing out of the program, it really does pay for itself. But what I will say is that if you are somebody that's like, how am I going to stay motivated in this program? We've added something really cool this time around. It's a 90-day challenge. And basically, I'm giving you points when you do your homework. So you get to go in, you add points. And then at the very end, when we do our graduation day, the top 3 people with the most points are going to get prizes. And so the top prize will be a 1-hour mentorship session with me. And I don't do those private readings. So hopefully people want that, right? But also got some other prizes in there too. So it's nice. I have done that as a student before, where it's like that was an incentive for me to kind of get to where I want to go. But I think we've added really fun stuff this year, and we just added that 5 ways to manifest $1,000, and so that bonus is around. It does expire tomorrow, so I'm excited. I know you're excited, and thank you for showing up, Michelle.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm elated to be here, and that's the really cool thing is you can do your timeline. So if we got some competitive folks, those points are going to be adding up. But also, it's pretty cool just to do when you get that little nugget of win for yourself. You're like, oh, I got this.
Yeah, and really quick before you go, that's what we talk about. It's like important to celebrate your wins. Sometimes we think we're bragging or being selfish. That's old stuff. Like we need to tell the universe, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this win. Even if you think it's small, like, yay, let's have this win.
Yeah.
And the more that we celebrate our wins and that we're positive, the more the universe and our spirit guides are like, let's give you more of what you want, like that you're talking about. If we're talking about negative stuff, well, we attract the negative. So it's really important that we do that. And we do that in the group all the time. So I love it.
And you can be like me. I get busy, I go away, and but it's not wherever away. We're always together and there for each other. And you might see those wins but not be able to comment, but those wins inspire you too. So it's fantastic. But I know we're running out.
Well, I know, but now I got one more thing to say, and then I will cut it. But what I'll say is, I have seen, and I know that you just saw this too, but even if you're not in the group or you don't participate for, like, let's say you can't for a month, just tapping into the energy of the group, you see some amazing things. Like we just had a member that was like, I haven't really participated in a while, but just because she's tapped into our group energy and she knows, it's like, okay, your spirit guides we're all connected here. And we saw some amazing wins for her. So it's a beautiful, positive energy. And Gladys had told me before, she's like, I checked around with other groups and I felt like they brought me down, and this group lifted me up. And I think that that's really important to know, because we're all sensitive, we're all empathic. And inside of Intuition Abundance Academy, we focus on the positive. Now, we also talk about some protection techniques for all of those empaths, and we do safe, effective teaching, but we focus on the positive. So yay, I had to just say that. All right, Michelle, thanks for joining.
Thank you for having me. Take care, everyone.
Okay, so we had some questions in the chat. I want to get to them. Somebody was like, wait a minute, I thought that 5 ways to manifest $1,000 we could still get if we join today. Yes, you can. So it's in this Manifesting Magic bonus bundle that I call it. What you get is you get my standalone manifesting course. And then you're going to get the manifesting mantras like Michelle that she unblocked herself with, and then also a manifesting meditation. And inside of this bundle, you're going to be getting 5 ways to manifest $1,000. So this is a robust bonus. This is one of my students' favorites. Basically, you're going to get 4 videos. There's going to be 3 like how videos, and they're about an hour long each. And then you're going to get 5 ways to manifest $1,000, which is a video in itself. And then you get the mantras, so you can print them out, put them on your wall and your doors, say them every day. And then you also get a meditation that you can listen to over and over. So this bonus you get when you enroll in Intuition Abundance Academy, and you'll get it when you enroll today. It does expire tomorrow at midnight, but I'm like, don't wait, like go ahead and enroll, because it is going to take a little bit before that bonus is added. I think we do 24 hours after the refund period, and then we add it. So I would say enroll today so you can get your hands on it really, really fast. But tomorrow, I'm going to be going live at 11 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to take you behind the scenes. I'm going to dive into the program. I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. I'll also talk about the manifesting, show you what that looks like as well. And we will be here live. But I would just say, well, let's not wait. Like the more that we wait, our manifestation energy deflates. When we take instant aligned action, then it's like everything just moves into a positive direction and builds versus the deflation. I was talking to Michelle Sasinko, and she was like, before I would think about something over and over and over. And then like, I think about it so long that I'd be like, yeah, never mind. that's what happens. Like, we take this beautiful intuitive message that we're like, you should do this. And then we're like, I don't know. Then we end up deflating all of that energy. So I'm going to say, yes, let's do this together, right? So Leanne DeLu says, if we signed up last week after the 5-day class, do we get that? Yes. I like to surprise and delight my students that commit with me early. So if you enrolled September 17th or anytime before tomorrow at midnight, you're going to get this bonus. So you are not excluded. So Leanne, I think you've enrolled, right? So that means you would have gotten all those other bonuses that came out before they expired. So I always make sure that we are delighting and surprising. And when you do enroll, there's more things that you don't even know about just yet. So you're in good hands. So let's just say here, where do we find the 5 ways to $1,000? So Leanne, what happens is we're adding those bonuses manually. And so you can just reach out to support@messengerofspirit.com. But basically what happens is when you qualify for it and when it's added, you'll get this bonus. And I think it says like shift into manifesting course. You just go into that course. So when you log in, you'll log into your portal, and then you'll see your course and any other bonuses you qualify for. Inside of that manifesting area, you'll see those 5 ways to manifest $1,000. You'll see the videos. It's all inside what says shift into manifesting course. Yay, Carolyn. I'm so glad that you enroll. Marlene, yes, you get this bonus no matter if you pay in full or you pay monthly. So you get this bonus as long as you enroll by midnight tomorrow night. And the sooner that you enroll, the faster you'll get it, because we do manually add them and we wait after the 24-hour enrollment period. I do feel like what's probably happening with our customer support is that as I announce a bonus, then they go back and they add it to everybody that qualifies. And so that'll probably start 24 hours after you enroll, but you can always email support@messengerspirit.com and we will get you an answer. But by the entire time that we close, so I'll say next week, you should have all of your bonuses in your account. So 24 hours after your enrollment, you should be good to go, but give us a little time because we go through it manually. We want to make sure that the right people get the right bonus. So I'm really, really excited. Wendy says, I love the inspiration being in the group. It's helped me so much. I've learned so much in the past week. I love that. That's awesome. I had to listen to my Spirit Guides Friday and go to the doctor's appointment. I'm so glad that you listened. Yay, Marlene. I saw your name pop in. I'm glad you're enrolled as well. Let's see here. So Monlisa said that her husband passed away August 24th. So this is something she's asking, like, how do I know if he's okay? So when you enroll in Intuition Abundance Academy, one of the things they teach you is how to talk to your spirit guides. And you can talk to your loved ones in spirit through your spirit guides. I always recommend to talk to your loved ones through your spirit guides, and your spirit guides are kind of the translator. And one of the reasons we do this is because your loved ones never mean to harm you, but they don't understand your energy system the way your spirit guides do. And so when you're in the program, a great side effect is you can talk to your loved ones in spirit and more clearly because you've got your spirit guides helping you, which I think is really, really important. So Avril says, how much is the manifesting course? It is a bonus that comes with Intuition Abundance Academy when you enroll by tomorrow at midnight. So you can get the manifesting course. You're not going to pay extra for it. It's a bonus I'm gifting you when you enroll by midnight tomorrow, September 23rd. So hopefully that clears things up. Am I going to go close the group next week? Yes. So we are closing the Intuition Abundance Challenge group so that we can fully focus on our students as we move through and we're getting ready to start. So this challenge that I do a couple times a year is a temporary pop-up group, but we'll give you more instructions later on this week about when the group is closing and all that stuff. So Ereet, I know that you are inside of Intuition Abundance Academy, so I'm going to invite you to focus inside of that group after this group closes, which I know you will be. But knowing that, I think, helps simplify things so you know where to post as well. Let me see, are there any other last questions? Lisa says, ooh, this is the bonus I want. Maybe a monthly plan will work. Got to have to chit chat with my guides. Definitely talk to your guides. I think this bonus is just, it gets so many people so many great results. And people talk about manifesting all the time. It goes hand in hand when we're talking to our intuition and spirit guides. But we need to know what we should do with manifesting. Like, our spirit guides create the opportunities, but we play a large role in a manifesting process. So hopefully that's helpful. Carolyn, if you'll reach out to support@messengerofspirit.com, it could be sometimes when people enroll, if you do it through a phone, or maybe there's a number that just, you know, gets into the email address that's not the same. But I saw your name come across. We definitely want to make sure that you can see your access into your Intuition Abundance Academy. But reach out to support@messengerspirit.com. Chandra, if you'll respond also to Carolyn Foster and just make sure that she can get access into the Intuition Abundance Academy, because I did see her come through. Let's see, is there anybody else that has questions? I'm so excited for you. Yeah, so any questions that you have, we do have a chat feature on our enrollment page, and you can chat with us there. We have a team member, so it's going to be Chandra, Lindsay, Kristen, Claire, or myself. I am going to be in there, I think, sometime tomorrow and Thursday. But you can chat with us to get your questions answered. And the best way to have specific questions about technical things is going to be support@messengerofspirit.com. But I hope to see everybody there. I am so excited that you were here sharing in this lovely inspiration and positive vibes. And please make sure to check your email. We have prizes still coming out. There may just be a winner that's coming out in one of the emails today, or maybe multiple emails today. So you want to make sure that you're getting those in your inbox. I'll also say too, that if you are a prize winner, make sure that you email us by the end of the day, September 24th, with your details so that we've got them, so that we can get the prizes to you. And that will probably start shipping out around the 1st of October after we've closed down enrollments. All right. Thank you so much. And I hope that you have an amazing day. Join me tomorrow for a little bit more behind the scenes. All right. Bye for now.